was brought to you by the Critical Language Service. To learn more about our Arabic courses for schools, homeschool groups, and colleges, visit our website at www.criticallanguageservice.com.
Assalamu alaikum. Unit 6, Gender in Arabic. All nouns are either masculine or feminine. Nouns that describe humans have both masculine and feminine forms in Arabic, so that they may be conjugated to agree with the gender of the person they are describing. For instance, if I want to say male teacher, I would say ustad, and if I want to say female teacher, I would say ustada. Other example is doctor. If I want to say male doctor, I would say doctor, and female doctor, doctora. Or if I want to say male engineer, I would say muhandis. Female engineer would be muhandisa. As you see, we have feminine and masculine form depending on the gender of the person. Adjective-like nouns have masculine and feminine forms. For instance, the adjective jadid, which means new, is a masculine form. And if we want to make it feminine, we add a letter called Taa Marbuuta at the end of the adjective. That makes it feminine. And we say jadida. Another example is the adjective jayyid, which means good, and it is a masculine adjective. If we want to make it feminine adjective, like the previous example that we explained, we only add Taa Marbuuta to the end of the word and it becomes jayyida, and now it's a feminine adjective. Adjectives must agree in gender with the noun they describe. Now let's take a look at the word surah, which is a noun. You can see it's feminine noun because it has Taa Marbuuta at the end. Therefore, since we said adjective should agree with the noun, and the noun here is feminine, so we use surah jadida, new picture. The next example is a masculine noun, bait. You see, there is no Taa Marbuuta at the end, so it's masculine. So the adjective has to agree with the noun, so it should be masculine. We say bait jadid. Jadid, as we explained earlier, is masculine adjective. And here you can see the noun jar with the adjective tayyib, and it's jar tayyib. The noun agree with the adjective, both are masculine. Luckily, it is easy to determine gender in Arabic because most of feminine nouns and adjectives end with a symbol called, as we explained earlier, Taa Marbuuta, as you see here, Taa Marbuuta. Now, some facts about Taa Marbuuta. It is not considered to be part of the Arabic alphabet, and Taa Marbuuta can only occur at the end of nouns and adjectives. Its presence almost always indicates that a word is feminine. And the word Taa Marbuuta means tied to the ta. It carries this name because it is pronounced as a ta when it is part of a possessive construction. When it is not part of a possessive construction, it is pronounced Now let's see how we write the Taa Marbuuta. Taa Marbuuta has two forms, independent and connected form. In independent form, it is written like a circle and with two dots on top. At the end, in its connected form, it is like a connected four with two dots. A good example for the independent form is the word surah. A good example for connected form is the word حبيبة. As you can see, taa marbuuta only comes at the end of words. Now let's take a look at possessive construction. For instance, if we have the word صورة, which means picture, and I want to change it to my picture, so I have to add the possessive suffix ya, and then the word becomes صورتي, my picture. As you see, we change taa marbuuta to taa. This is because we added the suffix possessive ya. Example is the word warda. And taa marbuuta at the end means feminine. When we add ya possessive to this word, it becomes wardati, my flower. Here you see taa marbuuta will be written as taa. And the next example is the word walida, and you see the taa marbuuta at the end shows that it's a feminine. When we add possessive ya to it, it changes to walidati. You see taa marbuuta has changed to taa. You will learn more about this grammatical point in the next book, but the important things to remember is that the taa marbuuta changes to taa when it is in a possessive construction. Now let's see how we describe things with adjectives. We discussed earlier that all adjectives must agree with the gender of the nouns they describe. Now it's a time to test your knowledge. So if we have the word Medina, which means city, do we use Medina Kabira or Medina Kabir if we want to say big city? That's right, we say Medina Kabira because we have taa marbuuta in the word Medina and it shows that the word is feminine. Therefore, the adjective must agree with the noun and it should be feminine too, and it comes with taa marbuuta. Medina Kabira. Next example, the word صف, classroom. So do we say صف كبيرة or صف كبير? I'm gonna give you a clue. صف doesn't have taa marbuuta, so it's masculine. Therefore we say كبير. صف كبير, big class. Other word is door, which means bab. If we want to say beautiful door, do we say bab jamil or bab jamila? Again, bab doesn't have taa marbuuta and it's masculine. So you're right, we say jamil. Bab jamil, beautiful door. What about the word house? In Arabic, bait. Do we say bait jamil or bait jamila? If you said jamil, you're correct. We say bait jamil, beautiful house. Now we have the word ukht, which means sister. The word ukht, we use a feminine adjective for it because ukht, sister, it doesn't have taa marbuuta, but still it is inherently feminine because my sister is a girl. So if you want to say little sister, we say أخت صغيرة. صغيرة with Taa Marbuuta at the end, which indicates the feminine form. Other words which are inherently feminine and don't have Taa Marbuuta are like mother. Now we have the word شجرة, which means tree, and you see the Taa Marbuuta at the end. So because شجرة has Taa Marbuuta, it's feminine, so we write the adjective feminine too. So we say شجرة طويلة, which means tall tree.
This video was brought to you by the Critical Language Service. Thanks for watching. Please remember to rate, review, comment, and subscribe.